Christian practices were already the sort of reappropriation and reorientation of other, quote unquote, other religious practices that they inherited from Israel and from Judaism. And so that didn't require a wholesale dismissal of those. It was a sort of creative, critical appropriation that then redirected them to Christ and his kingdom. The same thing is true, the Christian worship did not fall from the sky. Historic Christian worship, the liturgy, kind of liturgy that we follow tonight did not fall from heaven. It was culturally produced, and we have to be honest that they are both appropriating Judaism's practices and Roman practices. Right? So, now, they weren't blind appropriations, right? They were reappropriations that re-indexed them biblically to Christ and his kingdom. So I think there's always kinds of recontextualization of practices that are going on in the history of Christian worship. I haven't thought much about yoga. I do think it's a really interesting testimony of a very holistic tradition, right? That gets that we are embodied souls, right? The connection between those two things. And my hunch is that, yeah, I don't know where the other shoe drops here, because I honestly don't, you could probably tell I've never done yoga a day in my life. But I at least think, I don't think there could be some sort of knee-jerk Christian rejection wholesale, just like I don't think that there could be an uncritical embrace. So somewhere between, as Christian scholars, we're doing this all the time, right? What does it look like to sort of critically learn from what in the Christian tradition we have a notion of common grace, which is that the Spirit is operative even outside of the sphere of the church. And so John Calvin would read Plato and learn something from Plato. Well, it seems like something like that could hold for looking at other kinds of practices as well, and asking, are there actually sort of common grace insights in those practices that the church could critically appropriate for Christ and his kingdom? What do you think? All right, that's the best I could do.